Welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. We're going to talk about Joy Reid, Rachel Maddow, CNN, MSC, and the liberal media's meltdown over Trump's historic win in Iowa. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Monday night, Trump won a historic victory in a landslide in Iowa to achieve possibly the Republican nomination for the 2024 presidential candidacy. But on MSNBC, Rachel Maddow, Joy Reid, and the rest of the Democrat liberal media had a serious meltdown. They blamed white Christians and white people for Trump's historic win. Yes, the major majority of the people who voted for Trump in Iowa were white. But the win has put pressure on those who are control of the Democrat Party. Will they let Joe Biden be the nominee of the party in 2024? The way they acted Monday night attacking Christians was terrible and sad. Yes, they are Trump supporters, they are Republican supporters, but they are people. They may not agree with you, but that doesn't mean that they're the enemy. And the scariest thing about this is that they called them a threat to democracy, fascism, anti-Christian, all the things that if Republicans said the same thing, you would call them racist and everything else. But nobody stood on that panel and said the problem with America is Joe Biden. Joe Biden has produced one of the worst economies in the last 50 years. Joe Biden has an open border where migrants are coming over, up to 10 million people. Joe Biden's gas prices are high. If you want a mortgage, it's double when it was when Trump was in office. If you want to buy a car, it's up huge when it comes to the interest rate on your car. It's costing the average American thousands of dollars extra just to survive. But the problem isn't Joe Biden. The problem isn't the Democrat Party. The problem is a man who hasn't been in office for 4 years. He's the problem. He's the threat to democracy. But was a threat to democracy when he left office? There was no wars. There was no inflation. Gas prices was under $2. Inflation was almost negligible. But now the threat to democracy is President Trump. Is the threat to democracy the people in Chicago who wanted to vote or have the opportunity to vote to get rid of sanctuary cities in Chicago? They were denied by an all-Democrat Common Council in Chicago. Who is really the threat to democracy? Is it the threat to democracy to kick somebody off the ballot who hasn't been convicted of a crime? Who is truly the threat to democracy? See, one thing you have to understand about the Democrats, whatever you accuse your enemy of doing, you are possibly the person that people should be fearful of. Because right now, it seems like the only people who are trying to stop democracy is the Democrats. And black people across the nation is starting to see who they really are. You have to understand that black people are against this inflow of migrants coming into the cities and taking away all the resources that's supposed to go to the black community. They are against 2 wars overseas, one in Ukraine, in which billions are given to the Ukrainians without asking the American people, and millions and billions going to Israel against the Palestinians. But these are the same people, when you ask them for reparations, we have to have a study. We don't know. Then, not only do we have to hear the rants by Maddow, Reid, and those at MSNBC, we have the Obamas, who are always saying there's a threat to democracy. I'm fearful. Well, if you're fearful, why did you produce this economy, this situation that Americans are now going into poverty because of the decisions of the Biden administration? People had money when Trump was in office. They forget about that. See, but they are willing to blame black people if they don't win, because we should automatically vote for Joe Biden. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be truthful about what I'm going to say. Trump is not going to win. There is no way that the deep state and those who are truly in control of this country will let him back in office. So if Biden is not the nominee, if it's Gavin Newsom, Pritzker, Shapiro of Pennsylvania, Brashear of Kentucky, whoever that nominee is for the Democrat will win the presidency, simply because whoever, remember what Stalin said, is not who votes, it's who counts the votes. And I believe the Democrats have devised a machine to where they can find a way to take an election. And I'm serious about this. I am very serious. Joe Biden seems like he don't have a worry in the world about this election, even though he has a 33% approval rating, the worst of any president in modern day history. He almost feels that he has won the election because those in power, if Trump gets in here, he's going to turn the whole administrative state upside down, and they will never let that happen. Somehow, Trump will be kicked off the ballot. He will be convicted, but he will never be president again. The Democrats have set up a system where they think that the 90% chance that there will be a next Democrat president, and things will get even worse in America. Joy Reid, Rachel Maddow, The View, CNN, those who are having meltdowns, when it comes down to the end, this was nothing but a show. They know who's going to win. And it won't be Trump. Because those in power don't want the truth to ever come out. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.